Welcome back, everyone. Hello, I'm Gigi, and this is The Joy of Knitting. We're doing episode 9. I can't believe it's been 5 months since I first put a podcast up on YouTube. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today, joining me. We have quite a bit to talk about. I have some chores to do, some errands to run today, so I'm going to be recording this first part of it because not one of my finished object that I have to show you is actually getting shipped out today to my daughter-in-law. If you've been following along with me, you will know what that is and you will have watched the progress of it. I'm very excited to show you that. Let's see. First, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. If you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe right there. And I would really appreciate any comments that you have that you can give me. Please share this channel with your friends. I would love to grow the community and get to know a lot more of you. So with that said, what am I wearing today? This is The Hinterland by Jennifer Steingauss. I am going to back up here. There we go. And I knit this last year. I think October of last year I knit this. I love this. This is one of my favorite sweaters. I do have to wear it with something underneath. Let's get back down here. I have to wear it with something underneath it because the main color wool is from Sheep in Wyoming, and it's a local dyer and spinner to Wyoming. Green Mountain Yarn Company, I believe is what it's called. And that yarn is very rustic, but it is beautiful and I love the way it knit up. It actually kind of has heathering to it a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. I even found little pieces of grass in it when I was knitting. That's always fun. And the color work is Spin Cycles Something Wicked, which I love. I love this colorway. The other colorway, I haven't used it yet, but I did buy at Flock from Les Garçons, is their exclusive colorway called Je ne sais quoi. And that has kind of the same tealy, greeny, moody colors in it. So I'm excited to use that. Okay. What have I been doing? I have been filming. I have one coming out. I have a new episode coming out that is talking about all my whips that I went around the house and I gathered them all up and I had a tribunal. I decided what I was going to do with it. Were you going to get finished? Were you going, I took each one of them and, these are kind of my babies. I spent a lot of time choosing yarns, choosing patterns, and you spend a lot of time knitting them up. We don't want to personify them, but, they're kind of my babies. And so a couple of them went into timeout for a little bit. Some are just going to get frogged. And because either I have lost the juice for that project, or I'm not happy with the way it's working with the yarn choices I've made there, or whatever, myriad of reasons. So that one is coming up very soon. That will be the next one out. Anyway, let's see, what else have I been doing? I think that's kind of it. Oh, you know what I've been doing? This sounds so stupid, but I have been trying to get around this house and find all my reading glasses. Now, I'm farsighted, so I've had to wear glasses and I had a slight stigmatism in my left eye. So I had to wear glasses since I was 12. Didn't always do it. I want to say like 9 years ago, I had LASIK, but I did LASIK only for distance because I've read a lot online and I had a lot of people say, they did LASIK. One is for up close and the other's distance. And your brain will reprogram itself and figure out how to use your eyes so that you can not wear glasses at all. But I had a couple of friends who ended up getting horrible migraines, and they were exceptionally dizzy. They just had a lot of headaches, and it didn't really get better for a very, very, very long time. So I just decided to kind of go the easy route and have my LASIX for distance, because as I got older, that has been my problem, because I'm farsighted, and that's really what went. I've always had to wear glasses for up close. So I had the LASIX done for distance, and then I would wear reading glasses if I needed to see something up close. Well, it's worn off. So now I'm back to wearing contacts for distance and reading glasses for anything up close. But you guys, am I the only one who does this? I have glasses everywhere, like every nook and cranny of the house. So I always have like a pair that I can grab, and I collect all different types of styles. Like, okay, here's this one, right? And you'll see here, let me go back. Okay, so, and those are great. And then these, oh, these are like a leopard with a pink. Okay, like those. But then, oh, and these, I like the leopard prints on these. I thought those are kind of smart. What are these? Are these caddis? Yeah, caddis. I saw these in a little boutique somewhere. But I was wearing these the other day. You guys, I'm like, I look like Carl from Up, right? Okay, I'll put a picture of him. That's what I felt like I look like. I look like Carl. Yep. And then I put these on, and I bought these down in California, and my daughter's like, nice Tony Stark vibes, Mom. These are blue. They also have blue light in them, blue light blockers. So that's why it looks kind of weird on this screen. But I like those too. I don't know. Anyway, okay. I've been collecting my glasses and trying to figure out where all of them are so I can redistribute them properly throughout the house. Whatever. I should probably just put one in every project bag. That would be really smart. And then one by my nightstand and one downstairs where the TV is, because I do knit by the TV a lot. That would be a good idea. Anyway, told you what I was wearing. All right, let's go to finish objects. I have one finished object, and that is the Super Simple Summer Sweater by Joji Locatelli. And I'll show it to you first, and then I'll tell you about the yarn. So here it is. Ta-da! I did it a little bit cropped for her. And I did Italian bind off on the bottom, which is interesting because with a Surrey silk, it's a little finicky, but I'm really happy with the way that looks. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So this is my daughter-in-law, Alexa's, or I call her Lexi. This is her birthday gift, and her birthday's on Sunday. Today is Thursday, so I have to get this UPS out to her. It'll get there Saturday. And I put a label in. I think it's backwards. You can't buy this, is what it says. So really cute. I'm very excited. Let's grab these. I saved these now. I'm going to cut them up, and I am starting a yarn journal. I will try. I've had a couple of you comment and ask why I don't put my projects on Ravelry. I will try. It's a lot. It's a lot to do Ravelry and to do this and to do Instagram. And then I'm kind of a paper girl. I'm a little old fashioned, and I love having a good book and putting little photos. I'm going to get a photo printer where I can take my Instagram pictures and just, of the projects I post up, and then just stick them up, put them in I think you can also buy the photo paper you can buy for them has a sticker backing, so you can just peel it off and stick it right on. Okay, so this is Lamb and Kids Birdie DK, and it is 90% Surrey alpaca, 10% silk. There's 246 yards per 100 grams. So the colorways are the orangey kind of colorway is called Waverly, and the tealy, I mean not tealy, the taupey grayish color is called Button. So we have Waverly and Button, and there they are. That is what the yarn I used, and I am going to run now and wrap this up for her and take it to the UPS store, and then I'm going to come back and we'll get into the whips. So we're back with whips, and I was able to get my packages off, so all the birthday things are done. Okay, whips. Oh my gosh, I am so close to being finished on this one. This is the Happy Camp Sweater by Brienne Moody. Let me pull this in here. Oh, look where we're at, you guys. I'm going to back it up a bit. It's this way. Okay, see? And I am halfway down that sleeve, so I just started this section right here. And so I have to finish this, and and I didn't have it go all the way down to the wrist. I actually did it more of a 3/4 sleeve, which I really like. And I have to be honest with you, I absolutely love this sweater, like love this sweater. So this sweater is knit. The main color is Spin Cycle Ghost Ranch. And then the white-ish color right here. And it has some speckles in it. I can show you. Hold on. Here is, okay, so here is Ghost Ranch right there. And that's where we're at with that. This is Ritual Dyes, and this is their Priestess DK, 4-ply DK weight, and it's superwash fine merino wool. Let's see, and this is the colorway Ametrine. So, Ritual Dyes, there it is, Ametrine. So we have that. Then there's another colorway, and it's actually upstairs, but this, I'll show it to you. This hot or bright orange, that is the same base as this, the Ritual Dyes Priestess DK, and it is in the colorway Aries. So that, and this one, you only use it in this section, and it's just three rows. That's it. But it adds so much color to it. I like this so much. I actually have, we'll do this for future. Hang on, because I'll show you another potential for doing one of these. I just have loved it that much. Okay, the second thing I'm working on is I signed up for Farmer Daughters Fibers Sock Squad for 2026. The great thing about this is you can go month to month. If you decide one month you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You can cancel your subscription anytime. Holy cow, I have got, oh my goodness, everything's tangled. I've got yarn going everywhere. This is ridiculous. Okay. I decided to do, here is this knit up. It is Summer Lee's So Basic sock pattern. Very simple. I will show you the colorway on this one. This is her January one, Candace's, and let's see what it's called. Oh, got to turn it this way. So this is Farmer Daughters Fiber January 2026 Sock Squad. It's made of high wood sock, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And then we got a mini ADR, so 20-gram mini, and this mini I'll hold these up, is called Deep Winter. So on Summerlee's sock, the thing about it is she has the cuff, the heel, and the toe are all done in a contrasting color. And I actually decided to go ahead and do the cuff in the same color, but I will do the heel and the toe in a different one. And I have to have this one done by the 15th because it is my goal to keep up with these. And by the end of the year, I will have 12 pairs of socks. I gave socks to some of my kids, to 4 of, let me back up, 2 of the kids and their spouses. So 4 people, but my 2 children, my 2 youngest and their spouses this year. So I'm trying to think, if they will sketch out the outline of their foot, I will make them socks, because I'm not going to wear 12 pair. My husband will. But my daughter, Katie, the one who is learning how to knit, she said that she absolutely loved the hand knit socks. She'd never worn any. And I get that from everybody. Everybody who's ever worn a hand knit sock for the first time just can't believe how cushy it is, how good it feels. It just, there's so much lusciousness in a homemade sock. And you just can't you can't buy this at the store. You just can't. So that's this one for January, which I'm very excited about. And let's see. Okay. This I am knitting for the Portugal cruise that I'm going on with my best friend, Maria. You know Maria. We met on the New England cruise that we took with Grocery Girls a year ago, last October. So what year was it? It was September, October of 2024. So we've been friends now for just over a year. Anyway, we're doing the Portugal River cruise together, and I wanted something sparkly. So let me show you the swatches that I did. Here's where, let's see, did I start down here at the bottom? Go up this way. Yes, I did. So I had kind of a white, more whitish base with this color. And I know it's showing up as just tan, but it's not. It's very pale. It's got a pale pink undertone to it. And it is called Shell. So let me grab, let's see. This is Lamb and Kid. And it's their Elmer and their Momo, which is their lace weight mohair. 76% mohair, 24% silk. And this is the colorway Shell. So here's the deal. Here's what I ended up doing. I tried it with these gold palettes, and then I went to pink palettes, which was okay. And then I switched to these other palettes, which had a gray in the actual thread. It was like gray, pink. And I mean, it's pretty, but when I got to this one right here, so this one is a shell fingering held with the shell mohair. Fingering, I think it's their Elmer base. Yeah, it's the Elmer base. And I held it with the gold pellets. So I will hold these 3 up. This is what I put the pellets in a Ziploc bag because it keeps it from going all over the place, because these, you can see how thin this is, right? Yeah, that's really thin. So this is what we're knitting with. And I am doing the Robinson Wrap Cardigan by Florence, handmade by Florence. And here's what I've got so far. This is the top, and we're knitting from the top down. Whoops. You can't even see it. There we go. And I'm doing the increases. Here are the sleeves. I'll put a picture up I'll put a picture up right there so you'll see that. But this is what I've got so far, and I'm really, really happy with it. I ordered a pale pink tulle, like maxi skirt or midi skirt to go with it. I think that'll be really pretty, just for dinners and stuff like that. So I'm really happy with that. Then I wanted to do a black sequin sweater. And I have looked and looked and looked. I think I'm going to do, it's a toss-up between the Cumulus tee and the Cumulus blouse by Petite Knit. If I do the blouse, I'm going to do the balloon sleeves, but I'm going to have them come down 3/4 length, right underneath my elbows. And I had some black. I'm trying really, really hard to shop for my stash because I have a lot in my stash, and I'm trying to come up with projects for things, yarn that I already have, that I love the yarn, and those are my 2026 wishes. Again, that's another video that I'll be doing, is everything I hope to knit in 2026. If you've not seen my everything I knit in 2025, I will put that right there. You can click on that and watch that. I think I did 18, and then after I posted it, I found another knit. Yeah, so 19. I guess I'm a prolific knitter. Okay, let's see what size. So this is a size 4 needle, US 4, and a US 6, 4.0 millimeter and a 3 millimeter. And I'm loving, loving, loving the sparkle on this, but the feel of it isn't great. It's just, I feel this so much, the sequins. So I'm going to do a deep dive. I believe I have enough black mohair. If I held it double, I could do this with a mohair and the sequins, or I could do a double strand of mohair with the sequins. So I'm going to swatch that too. Again, this is going to be future potential. And that's all my whips. This should have been a whip, but I wasn't happy with the swatch. And that's why I swatch. I swatch because I want to feel the fabric. A lot of times a designer will recommend a needle or will give you the needle size that they knit their project on, and I'll do it in the fabric's too loose or too dense. And to me, it's all about the fabric. So I do a little bit of knitter math to figure out what size I want based on the fabric that I get that I like. So sometimes I'll knit size 2, a small. Sometimes I'll knit a large. Sometimes it's just a medium. I'm kind of in between, somewhere from small. And one time I think I did size 5 because it was way too open gauge for me. And so I closed up the holes. I had the gauge tighter, and I ended up needing to knit a size 5, which at the end of the day, I was very happy with. I loved it. It was beautiful. So there's that one. Okay, let's go on to acquisitions and future plans. I do not have a lot of acquisitions right now because I am trying, again, like I said, to shop from my stash. So I'm hoping that 2026, my yarn acquisitions will be more minimal and manageable than I have been doing in the past. Yeah. But I did get from Amsterdam, Stephen West redesigned project bag in his colorway, I think he's calling it rose, which I just think is so beautiful. And I love it because it's nice and big. It can hold a sweater quantity. It has a strap. It's got a pocket here in the front, which I love. And let me open this way. So see, it just opens and lays flat like that. It's got a lot of space. So I have that. I did pick up something in Germany for myself, and one for Carmen and one for Maria. And this is a German glass ornament, and it's a skein. And I got each of us different colors. I got myself this red one, and Carmen got a orange-ish color, orange gold, and Maria got purple blue. So that's what I got in Germany, which I love. I think it's beautiful. And I've ordered some faux fur pom-poms for hats that I'm going to make, which I think these are super cute. I think I have a gray one coming too. So I'll be doing that. Then let me scoot over here really quick. Okay, so I showed you when I was in Orlando, I got this. It's called Mo Slub, Emma's Yarns Mo Slub. I went to the Four Pearls, and I love this. I got 2 skeins of it, and I'm going to make either a cardigan style vest or a shawl with it. And I haven't decided what. So if you have any suggestions for patterns that I can do this with, there's parts of it that are slubby and then parts of it that are just mohairy. I could hold it with, let me go back here, Emma's Practical is Perfect sock if I needed to thicken it up a bit, at least the mohair parts. I don't know. I think I might just let this be the star of the show. That to me is, I think, what will really make this shine. And maybe just a simple triangular shawl would really make this like chef's kiss. Totally. So that I want to cast on. I am doing a video next of everything that I wish in a perfect world I could knit for 2026. I'm hoping to stick to some of that. The problem is every month I do a Ravelry roundup. I'll be putting one out early February for all of the January stuff that I found that dropped in Ravelry onto Ravelry during the month of January that I like. And all of these are, of course, my personal preferences and my opinions, but I hope you find that you might like some of this stuff too. I think that's about it for this week. I will see you back in podcast format in 2 weeks. I am trying to navigate YouTube and figure out when to drop videos. There is no rhyme or reason. And it's crazy to me how one person can drop something and all of a sudden their first video and they've got almost 1,000 subscribers and hundreds of comments. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know how that goes. Algorithm really liked them a lot. So anyway, I really appreciate all of you who commented on my last video. I love all the ideas and the feedback and the comments that you gave me. I'm getting to know some of you by name now because luckily you have your name in your YouTube handle. So thank you so much for that. Just keep on keeping on with the comments. I really love those. And I do get back to you and I will reply back and forth. I have no problem having a conversation back and forth. I will occasionally DM somebody on Instagram. I think in this world that we live in, sometimes it's really hard to find people to sit with and knit with. And because knitting can be such a solitary endeavor, I love that our technology has allowed us to be able to create a community of people. The festivals help us meet people. And I have friends from all over, actually the world now, because of this technology, because of festivals I've gone to and or the retreats I've gone to, there were a lot of Americans on our river cruise, but we had a surprising number of Australians and of course Canadians. I expected that. So I just love meeting people from all different countries and all walks of life, and everybody has a fascinating, wonderful story. So until next time, put joy in every stitch and have a wonderful, wonderful couple of weeks. I can hardly wait to see what you guys are up to. Let me know what you're working on, and we'll see you really soon. Bye for now.